The sun hung low over the bustling city of Joppa, where merchants called out their wares, and the scent of the sea mingled with the aroma of fresh bread from the market stalls. Among the travelers was a man with a troubled heart, Jonah, son of Amittai. God had spoken to him, his voice clear and undeniable. Go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry out against it, for their wickedness has come before me. Jonah knew Nineveh well, a place of cruelty and wickedness, an enemy of his people. He could not understand why God would want to warn them. So, instead of obeying, he turned his back on Nineveh and ran. At the harbor, Jonah found a ship bound for Tarshish, the farthest place he could imagine, in the opposite direction of Nineveh. He paid his fare and climbed aboard, relieved that soon he would be far from God's command. But as the ship sailed into the open sea, the sky darkened, and a fierce wind howled across the waves. The sea churned violently, tossing the ship like a toy. The sailors, seasoned men who had seen many storms, cried out in terror. They threw cargo overboard to lighten the ship, but nothing helped. Each man prayed desperately to his God, hoping for salvation. Jonah, meanwhile, had gone below deck and fallen into a deep sleep. The captain found him and shook him awake. How can you sleep? Get up. Call on your God. Maybe he will notice us, and we won't perish. The sailors, desperate to understand the cause of their trouble, cast lots to find who was to blame. The lot fell on Jonah. They turned to him. Who are you? What have you done to bring this upon us? Jonah's heart pounded. He could not hide the truth. I am a Hebrew. I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land. Fear spread among the sailors. What have you done? They asked, for they knew he was running from God. The waves crashed higher. The ship creaked and groaned. What should we do to you to make the sea come down for us? They pleaded. Jonah swallowed hard. He knew there was only one way. Pick me up and throw me into the sea. Then the storm will stop. This is my fault. The sailors hesitated. They rowed hard, trying to reach land, but the storm only grew worse. Finally, with heavy hearts, they lifted Jonah and hurled him into the raging waters. At once, the sea became still. The wind died down. The sailors stared in awe. They fell to their knees, offering sacrifices and making vows to the Lord. As Jonah sank beneath the waves, he expected to drown. But suddenly, darkness surrounded him, and he realized he was not dead. He was inside the belly of a great fish. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah remained in that strange, suffocating place. With seaweed wrapped around his head and only the sound of the creature's heartbeat around him, he had time to think. From the depths of the sea, Jonah cried out to God. In my distress, I called to you, and you answered me. You hurled me into the deep, yet you brought my life up from the pit. I will do as you command. God heard Jonah's prayer. And on the 3rd day, the great fish swam toward the shore and vomited Jonah onto the dry land. Dripping with seawater and covered in sand, Jonah stumbled to his feet. He had been given a second chance. This time, when God said, "Go to Nineveh," Jonah obeyed. He walked through the vast city, shouting the message God had given him. In 40 days, Nineveh will be destroyed. The people of Nineveh were shocked. They knew their ways were evil. From the lowest servant to the greatest noble, they repented, fasting and wearing sackcloth. Even the king stepped down from his throne, dressed in sackcloth, and sat in the dust. He issued a decree, "Let everyone call urgently on God. Let us turn from our wicked ways. Who knows? Maybe God will have mercy and spare us." And God saw their hearts. He saw their repentance and had compassion. He did not bring the disaster upon them. Jonah, however, was angry. He sat outside the city, fuming. I knew it. I knew you would be merciful, God. That's why I ran. These people don't deserve your kindness. God gently asked him, do you have a right to be angry? Jonah built a shelter and waited, hoping Nineveh would still be destroyed. The sun blazed overhead, and Jonah grew faint. But God made a leafy plant grow, giving him shade. Jonah was grateful for the plant. The next day, however, God sent a worm to chew the plant, and it withered. Then he sent a scorching wind, and Jonah nearly collapsed from the heat. I want to die, Jonah complained. God spoke again. You cared about the plant, though you did nothing to make it grow. Should I not care for the great city of Nineveh, where more than 120,000 people live, not knowing right from wrong? Jonah was silent. He had learned a lesson: God's love and mercy extend to all people, not just Israel. As he walked away from Nineveh, he finally understood God's plans were greater than his own. And no one, not even a reluctant prophet, could stand in the way of his mercy. Wait, don't go yet. If you know you love God and you love this video, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comment section below and share this video to your friends and family. Don't watch alone guys, share it. Cause you know sharing is caring and caring is loving, and of course loving is godly, and most importantly please subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you in my next video, bye.